Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Play by Play with Dr. Delay. I, of course, am Dr. Delay, and we have a good one tonight. We have very fierce rivals as the San Diego Padres take on the Los Angeles Dodgers in a 3-game series. Last time I actually did cover these two teams, and there was a lot of, let's see, how do I put this? Well, they didn't really get along. A lot of hitting, the opposing team, with the pitches, hitting batters and stuff like that. So, I'm not saying I'm pulling for it, but I'm kind of pulling for it. I love a good old drama, a nice, fierce rivalry. Let's see here. Currently, as we, enter this game, we can see that the Padres, they've won 5 in a row, 8-2 in their last 10. And are currently 1 game up on the Dodgers. The Dodgers have lost 4 in a row and are 4-6 in their last 10. They have struggled as of late. They're looking for a bounce-back performance against, a fierce rival, of course. Despite, of course, the 1 game back of the Padres, ESPN is still giving them a higher chance to make the playoffs than the Padres. So a little bit of a chip on your shoulder if you're a Padres fan or the Padres tonight. But yeah, it should be a good one. So that's always exciting to see, of course, the playoff odds. I still think it's pretty wide open despite what it's saying as we look at the wild card. Of course, the Dodgers currently tied with the Cubs. The Cubs actually dropped the game to the Pirates today. So that's pretty huge, of course, for the Brewers and, again, teams that are balancing and fighting for those wild card spots. Again, the Cubs, I think they're pretty much a shoo-in, but, I guess you never know. You're 3-7 your last 10. You gotta figure out what's going on. Of course, like I said, the Dodgers, again, 4-6 in the last 10, but they're really not looking at the wild card. They're trying to win the division, of course. So that is your wild card. Mets currently have the last spot, as they are just flailing and failing. The Reds about 5-5. So again, all the teams that are looking to try to get those wild card spots have struggled. But of course, that is enough of the wild card. As you may have seen in the poll, I do have a poll up. Feel free to vote. Who wins this big NL West matchup? Padres and Dodgers. Peralta versus Kershaw. The Dodgers are the home team, so they're going to be sending out the pitcher first. Clayton Kershaw, he's going to be the starting pitcher tonight for the Dodgers. 6-2 record, 3.14 ERA, whip of a 1.26. Of course, he's only started 14 games, as he didn't start off the season healthy, but he's looked pretty good. Not, of course, like his prime, but he's still a very solid pitcher here in 2025. He will try to outduel Wandy Peralta, who's also looked very good this year. 5-1 record, 3.13 ERA. This is actually his first start. So I don't expect him to go too long unless, they're just going to pull a fast one on us. Looks like it's going to be a bullpen game for the Padres. Starting lineups. First, the Dodgers, since, they're not going to bat first. The Padres are going to be batting first. That's more fresher on your mind. On your mind. Ohtani, he'll be leading off. Betts, Will Smith, Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez, Angel is it Angel Paez? I can't remember. Conforto, Freeland, and Rojas. Look at me just messing up here. Padres, they're going to send Tatis to lead off. Arias, Machado, Bogarts, Merrill, Laureano, Iglesias, Cronenworth, and Fermin. That is your starting lineup for the Padres tonight. Hopefully you guys are a fan of what you see. If you haven't already subscribed, definitely subscribe to the channel. Lots of play-by-play on this channel. Play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Of course, I'll be doing playoff baseball, and both these teams seem to be definitely making the playoffs. So hopefully I'll see you there. How's it going, Holden? Thank you for stopping by. I know it's, again, pretty late for East Coast guys. It's already 10 o'clock. I'm a Central Time guy, so only 9 here, but I've been out in the sun for a bit as we are about to see Fernando Tatis Jr. He's coming up to the plate. Andy Paz, I knew it. I just forgot it. Here is the pitch. That's going to be popped up, and that is going foul. Thank you, Bry, there again. I knew it. It's just a brain fart. He's batting .266, OPS of .805, 17 homers and 49 RBIs on the season. As Kershaw kicks and deals. Checked his swing. It was in there, but he didn't get the call, so it's 1-1 to Fernando Tatis Jr. Definitely not exactly a fan favorite when it comes to Dodgers fans. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be inside ball 2. I am good friends with a big Dodgers fan, and he likes Tatis the player, maybe not the person. As here is the 2-1 to Tatis. That's going to be jammed. Shallow center, and Padres is going to make the catch for out number 1. All right, this will bring up Luis Arias. He is batting .289, OPS of .719, 6 homers and 45 RBIs. One of the last few pure contact hitters this season against the Dodgers. He's batting .355, so he brings it against the Dodgers. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit. That's going to go foul. So 0-190 on the gun. 0-1 count to Luis Arias, the first baseman, as Kershaw kicks and deals. Showing bunt, and it is going to go foul. Trying to pull a fast one on him. Of course, Arias isn't really the fastest guy in the world, but hey, I guess you got to get on with however you can. Arias, again, usually gets the bat on the baseball, but showing respect to Kershaw. Again, lefty on lefty as Kershaw delivers the 0-2. That is going to be outside for ball 1. Breaking ball in the dirt. Career versus Kershaw, 0 for 9. Does have an RBI, though. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Arias. That'll bring up Manny Machado, former Dodger at one point. And the Dodgers fans are giving him a welcoming ovation for sure. He's batting .296, OPS of .847, 20 homers and 72 RBIs on the season. Kershaw kicks and deals. That's going to be chopped foul. Count is 0-1 to Manny Machado. Has 23 home runs in his career against the Dodgers, at least in the StatCast era. That's the most versus any team, so maybe not his career, but StatCast era. As here's the 0-1, breaking ball low for ball 1. He has played a lot better as of late, batting .363 in his last 20 games. Here is the 1-1. That's inside for ball 2. 89 on the gun. Count is 2-1 to Manny Machado, longtime third baseman. Kershaw kicks and deals. That's going to be outside, but it's called a strike, so a favorable call for the Dodgers, as it's a 2-2 count. Two and two. Kershaw kicks and fires. That's going to be hit to right, and that is out of play. Once again, a 2-2 count to Machado. Kershaw delivers the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with an off-speed pitch. Nothing doing for the Padres. As we head to the bottom of the first inning, your score is 0-0. Again, once again, feel free to definitely chat down below. I try to read as many comments as possible. And if you do like what you hear, definitely subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for even clicking on the video. I do know there's a lot of competition for these teams. Me, I'm just trying to get a stream in today as I was at work pretty much the whole day, so I could not stream anything. So it is what it is. Let's go over some scores across Major League Baseball. Orioles, they're leading the Astros 7-0. Royals leading the White Sox 3-1. Yankees currently over the Cardinals 4-1. Tigers leading the Twins 7-0. Rockies leading the Diamondbacks 4-2. All zeros on the West Coast. Angels at the Athletics. Padres, of course, at the Dodgers. Rays at the Giants. All zeros there. Final scores. The Pirates coming back and beating the Cubs 3-2. The Brewers defeat the Reds 10-8. Phillies over the Nationals 6-2. The Blue Jays over the Rangers 6-5. Mariners over the Mets. Again, they keep struggling 11-9. The Braves over the Indians 2-0. And the Red Sox over the Marlins 2-1. Once again, the starting pitcher is Wandy Peralta, but again, don't expect to see him in too much, as this is his first start of the year. Not for his career. He did make a start for the Yankees in 2021, but I wouldn't expect him to go long. He will be tasked to facing Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani has had a pretty good year. Batting .284, OPS of 1021, 43 home runs, and 79 RBIs as he is stepping up to the plate. And looks like Ohtani is going to ask for time. Ohtani was locked in, but the pitcher was still not necessarily set. As there he is. He's stepping back in as we're ready to resume this one. Peralta sets, kicks, and deals. That's a low for ball one. Peralta, again, 5-1 record, 3.13 ERA. Again, all this out of the bullpen. Peralta delivers. That's in there for a called strike, 97 on the fastball. 1-1 count. Padres already sending an arm to the bullpen. That's in there for a called strike, 1-2. So again, a bullpen game seems to be the strategy for the Padres, as Ohtani is already down 1-2. Digs back in. Peralta sets, kicks, and deals. That's a low for ball two. 90 on the gun there. 2-2. Peralta rocks, sets, and fires. Oh, may have caught a little bit of the zone there, but didn't get the call, as the count is full 3-2. Definitely caught the zone, but no call. 3-2 count. That's going to be chopped foul. Sean, how's it going? We're doing some, of course, the Padres and the Dodgers. 3-2 count. Peralta rocks and sets and fires. That's going to be hit to center. Merrill is under it at the wall, making the catch for out number one. Down goes Ohtani-kun, and that will bring up Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts, of course, not a year that you would want to remember. He's batting .244, OPS of 684, 12 homers and 55 RBIs on the year for Mookie Betts. As Peralta rocks, sets, kicks, and deals. That's right down the middle for a called strike. Yo, what's up, Jacob? How's it going? Thank you for stopping by. Yes, fellow Steelers fan indeed. Ready for football, as that's going to be outside ball one. I will be covering the final Steelers preseason game. I do want to make that known, Jacob. So that will be happening, Steelers-Panthers. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be hit to center. Merrill booking it on the run. Sliding catch. It is made for out number two. Tatis fist bumps Merrill. That was a great effort. Looks like it was going to be a blooper, but that is not going to be a single. That is an out. That will bring up Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of L.A., batting .312, OPS of 940, 15 homers and 54 RBIs. Seeing a batting average above 300 in today's game. That is amazing. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. You ready for tomorrow night or for our preseason game? I am, but I can't watch, unfortunately. 0-1 count. Here is the pitch. That is in the dirt wildly. Ball one. You went back and listened to some of the first game I heard you in April. Really? What game was that, if I may ask? That's cool. 1-1 count. As Peralta rocks, sets, kicks, and deals. That is low for ball 2. 2-1 count to the catcher, Will Smith. Padres went down in order. Dodgers may be following suit. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be hit to right, and that is slicing foul. It looks like I'm getting blown up with notifications. That's always fantastic. 2-2 count here to Will Smith. Peralta, again, it's going to be a bullpen game for the Padres. They already have somebody up in the bullpen. Not that he's struggling, but again, he's not expected to go long. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, took some stuff off there. We head to the top of the second. The score is 0-0. 4:28. Okay, Giants, Dodgers. Who won that game? Giants, Dodgers. Giants, Padres. Pardon me. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Sean. And it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Happy birthday, Trisk. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to stop by. I know it's pretty late for him, but thank you, Danny. I'll be sure to pass the birthday messages. Once again, folks, if you haven't done so already, definitely press that like button. If you haven't done so, press it right now. It's a good button to press. And also subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. DeLay. This is what I do. Been doing it since opening day. Of course, I do bounce around Major League Baseball. You can probably see that I'm a Pirates fan. So, yes, I'm a Pirates guy. But, again, I do bounce around. It's not just Pirates. One can only take so much losing. So, that's why I'm doing tonight's game. People that know how to win. So, yeah, no, definitely subscribe to the channel. We'll be doing playoff baseball. Hopefully, I'll see you there. I know I'll definitely see the Padres and Dodgers. But if you need a voice for those games, if you're at work or whatnot stuff, you never know what life can throw at you if you're trying to watch some games. But, hey, you need a voice, I got you. I got you covered. Are you mad that Will Howard isn't playing for us? Not really. You getting Sunday ticket? That's the only way I can do this. Like right now I'm watching it on MLB TV. Same thing with the NFL. I'll be doing Sunday ticket. That's the only way I can provide this every Steelers game and, of course, other games. Again, if you're a Padres, Dodgers fan, I don't know if you guys watch the NFL as well, but I will be doing 2 games every day, Steelers and, of course, a game voted on by you guys. So, again, if you're a baseball or just a sports fan in general, it's a pretty good deal. Definitely subscribe. Again, you don't pay a dime. Doesn't cost you. Padres won. You were great that night. I've only gotten better. Of course, there were only a handful of us listening. I know. I miss Luis. Padres fan of the channels. Kershaw delivers. That's in the dirt. Ball 1, breaking ball, 72 miles per hour. Xander Bogaerts batting .268, OPS of .737, 10 homers and 43 RBIs on the year. 1-0 count. Kershaw kicks and deals. That's in there for a called strike. 1-1. Again, I appreciate it, Sean. And yes, let's go Bucks despite the losing. I'll always be a Pirates fan, as here is the 1-1. That's going to be hit to third. Oh, what a play. Throws to first. Gets him by a step. Was that Freeland? Oh, man, that was a great pick. Kind of looking like the former Pirate Cabrian Hayes over there. Oh, that was beautiful. That'll bring up Jackson Merrill. He's batting .263, OPS of .736, 9 homers, and 51 RBIs on the year. As here is the pitch. Breaking ball, not called a strike. That one was well in the zone. Kind of floating like a balloon there. 71 on the gun. Here is the 1-0. That's going to be a tapper, and that is going foul. Another old listener is Joseph Rosef. Yeah, I saw him, I think last week. Last week he was in. Yeah. I know he's very busy, though, as here is the 1-1. That's in there, but not called a strike, so it could very well be strike 3. But Kershaw not getting the calls. Yeah, Joseph, he said he took up another job, and he's been very busy lately. But he said he'll try to make it, of course. He's a Raiders fan, so he'll be here for football season. Here is the 2-1. That's going to be poked to left. Conforto is making his way over and makes the catch for out number 2. That will bring up Ramon Laureano. He's batting .296, OPS of .901, 17 homers and 56 RBIs on the season. If Freeman does the dance night, will you do it from your chair as well? I will not. Here is the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike on the inside corner. Laureano didn't seem to like the call, but it indeed was accurate. As a Padres batting .333, here's the 0-1. That's going to be yanked to left. If it's fair, it's gone. It is out of here. It just stayed fair as the Padres have taken the lead thanks to Ramon Laureano, a solo shot home run. His 18th of the season as the Padres now lead 1-0. Definitely had the distance off the bat. The question, was it going to stay fair? And it just sneaking in that left field. It actually went off the pole. Wow. That'll bring up Jose Iglesias, batting .233, OPS of .588, 1 homer and 27 RBIs. Here is the pitch. Breaking ball in there, but not called a strike. 1-0. Can you please get baseball references up so I can ask you some comparisons? Maybe, yeah, we'll try. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be upstairs ball 2. I might have to do it on my phone. The people really they enjoy seeing the stats on the screen. But I can look them up personally. As here is the 2-0. That's in there for a called strike. So 2-1 count. 2-1 count to Jose Iglesias, longtime second baseman. Here is the 2-1. That's outside for ball 3. As it's a 3-1 count to Jose Iglesias. Again, he's been playing since 2011. 3-1. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Slipped on that one, or he was just trying to crush it. I don't know. As he is definitely going to ask for time. Iglesias not exactly a power hitter. As Kershaw kicks and deals. Chopper, and that is going foul. Who was the better Padres pitcher named Andy? I guess it's Benez or Ashby. I can definitely check that out. 3-2 count. It's Kershaw. Kicks and deals. Outside for ball 4. Dodger faithful wanted the call, but no, that was just outside. That'll bring up Jake Cronenworth. He's batting .248. .248 OPS of .755, 9 homers, and 43 RBIs. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to left, and that is going foul. Who scored for the Padres? Draven. It was Laureano. Solo shot. Solo shot by Ramon Laureano. He's not an infielder. He's an outfielder. 0-1 count to Cronenworth. Kershaw kicks and deals. That's going to be a ground ball to second. Throws to first for out number 3. All right, the Padres strike first. Again, a home run by Ramon Laureano makes this a 1-0 game as we head to the bottom of the second. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely press that like button. It kind of looks like this. Or it looks like this. I'm not too sure. Definitely do that. Definitely do that. Again, I'll be doing play-by-play for as long as I can. And again, I'll be doing plenty of baseball in the playoffs. So definitely subscribe if you need a guy that can do do this stuff for the playoffs. And, of course, I'll be doing football. So definitely subscribe to the channel. You guys will actually be voting on what I do on Sundays. Yes, I will be doing Steelers games. You can probably, maybe you're able to figure that out. I'm not too sure. But there's going to be another game I do, and you guys will be voting for it. So definitely subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. As far as Andy, 3.97 ERA. So not a bad pitcher. Who was the other guy? Andy Ashby. Again, feel free to chat down below. I try to read as many comments as possible. Giants right field. Yeah, no, the Giants, again, they've just been struggling. Oh, it's going to be Bennis. Yeah, no, definitely Andy Bennis. Locking it in. Final answer. All right, again, due up for the Dodgers will be Freeman, Hernandez, and Pages. And we should see a new pitcher. Again, the Padres, it's going to be a bullpen game for them. So we're just going to have to wait and see who they have coming in. Would be nice for them to let us know. So we are returning to action. Well, maybe we're not. Again, maybe they're going with Peralta again. Again, he's a reliever. As in steps in Freddie Freeman, batting .300, OPS of .852, 14 homers, and 66 RBIs on the season. Here's the pitch, swing, and that is going to be a foul ball. Was able to make contact with it. 0-1. Again, batting .300 is kind of rare, but the Dodgers, they have two of them. Two of them this year, Freeman. Hanging in there, batting .300 exactly. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. Pretty much same exact location. 0-2. Peralta kicks and deals. That's in the dirt, ball one. Freddie Freeman related to former Braves pitcher Marvin Freeman? Probably not. And, you know, again, what's beautiful about this is it can tell me right here. It'll tell me to the left of the statistics if he's related to anybody. 1-2 count. Peralta rocks, sets, kicks, and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Freeman. That will bring up Teoscar Hernandez. He's batting .253, OPS of .746, 18 homers and 71 RBIs. And it looks like we are going to see a pitching change again. It's going to be a bullpen game, so it's going to be quite a long one. A lot of stoppages. So, again, bear with me, folks. We are in a pitching change delay. Right here on Dr. Delay. All right. You'll see it's going to be Randy Vasquez, the new pitcher for the Padres. Again, a bullpen game. Randy Vasquez is 3-5 on the year, 3.93 ERA, whip of a 1.39. Last 7 appearances. Actually, it might not be a bullpen game because, again, this guy's a starter. This guy's been starting. Okay. Well, last 7 starts, 4.41 ERA. He's 0-1. So recent performances have been a little bit shaky, and maybe that's kind of why they elected to go with Peralta starting off the game. I like that, actually. That's a good idea. Interesting. All right. Well, there you go. Freeman is 6'4", 220. Guy is a beast. That makes it all more absurd. He definitely dances. He definitely dances. Randy Vasquez. Well, I didn't see him being related to anybody, but I mean, I'll go ahead and click on it again. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I would have to say he is not. There's no immediate information about him. Again, due up for the Dodgers, as there's already one out in the inning, will be Teoscar Hernandez and Andy Pages. And once again, folks, definitely press that like button and hit that subscribe button for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Again, I do bounce around Major League Baseball, and tonight is proof of that. Though it is mostly Pirates. But the Pirates aren't going to the postseason. Dodgers, Padres are. All right, Vasquez, what the heck was that, man? I'm just sounding country. All right, Vasquez on the mound. as Hernandez is digging in. Vasquez kicks and deals. That is outside for ball one. Hernandez batting again, .253 OPS of 746, 18 homers, and 71 RBIs on the season. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 94 on the inside part of the plate. It's 10 p.m. here in Ohio. Again, 9:36 over here in Texas. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 95 on the upper inside corner. Only batting .253, which is, I guess is pretty good nowadays. But he's batting .299 in his last 17 games. So definitely seeing a little bit more production from Hernandez as of late, as here is the 1-2. Called strike three on the outside corner. He struck him out. 96 miles per hour. That will bring up Andy Pages. I forgot his name earlier for some reason. Batting .278, OPS of 779, 19 homers and 69 RBIs. As Vasquez gets ready, kicks and deals. That's in there for a called strike. Good evening. Good evening, Bing. How is it going? It's going great over here. How are you doing? 0-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be popped up. His bat flew away. The catcher is trying to make the catch. Oh, and he couldn't make it. In fact, he hit himself pretty hard. Oh, man. He is down, colliding with a pole. It is padding over there, but he took a shot. And quickly, the trainers are out making sure he's okay. Oh, man. Is this a safe zone? Can I ask why Dodger fans hate Manning? Well, he played there, and, he seems to, he has definitely embraced the, the antagonist role, especially with the Dodgers. That's just my guess, Dole. Thank you, of course, for stopping by. I appreciate you. I really do. Again, every view really helps this channel out. Again, he is still down. He was chasing that foul ball, had it in his glove. He actually was able to make the catch, but then kind of just took a shot from the pole, hitting him in the chest. And I don't know. They're making sure he's okay. I don't know if he's going to be able. This is Freddie Fermin. He was acquired the Royals. It's a pretty good catcher there for the Royals. And he took a shot. Oh, man. So bear with us, folks. Again, a little bit of an injury delay. Freddie Fermin just took a shot. And if you guys look up the highlights for this game, definitely, you'll see this for sure, I'm sure. Machado is hateable. Yeah, no, I like him personally, but, maybe not. I don't know about personally, but, I personally, I like him. I think he's good for the sport. But, I can see why the Dodgers and Dodgers fans aren't a fan, for sure. But he does also pick fights for no reason as well. I think he just plays at that level, like, all the time. Like, he always has that just hothead attitude. For me, it is working his way back onto the field, so it looks like he's going to try to continue again. He took a shot. His chest. Man, yeah, that was brutal. Doing some warm-up pitches for him to make sure he's good to go. Fermin says, okay, I just need one. So we're going to get back to it. It is 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Nobody on. 0-2 is the count to Andy Pages. Vasquez is on the mound. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right, and that is going foul. Do I think Machado is worth $30 million per year? I don't know. When it comes to money, I don't really know what to say there, to be honest with you, because, I don't know. Would I personally think so? No, but that's what they're paying people nowadays. So Yeah, I don't know. It's a really tough question there, and I don't know how to really answer that. As it's an 0-2 count to Pages. Vasquez kicks and deals. Breaking ball outside for ball one. Count is 1-2 to Andy Pages. Padres leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. 2 outs. 1-2 count. Vasquez fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a pitch way high and inside. Looked good to him, not good in reality as we head to the top of the third. Padres leading 1-0. Once again, folks, if you haven't done so already, definitely press that like button. It looks like that, or it looks like that. I really need to actually look that up. Let me look it up. Dang it. Okay, so it looks like that on your screen. Press that button. Definitely do it. And for sure, if you are a sports fan in general, if you like sports, this is a great channel for you. I do a lot of play-by-play for baseball and football. So if you're a fan of sports in general, definitely do it. I do primarily do the Pirates, but of course the Pirates won't be in the postseason. These teams will. So I'll be doing Padres and Dodgers in the postseason. For some reason, I've done mostly NL this year, and I can kind of briefly show you real quick. You can look at it, mostly NL. I couldn't tell you why. You're seeing a lot of NL teams on there. But so I'm going to keep that going for the playoffs. I'm going to be doing NL playoffs and, of course, the World Series, a few of those games. So definitely subscribe to the channel if you're a sports fan. Does Kershaw retire after this year? Ooh, I mean, he's pitching very well. I don't know if he's the guy that wants to go out when he's still pitching well, or he wants to give it everything, until he plays until, he's not good anymore, kind of like the Tom Brady thing. So I don't know. That's a good question. I'm going to say no. Due up for the Padres is Fermin, Tatis, and Arias. Only one hit in the game for both teams. Combined, of course. That was the home run by Laureano. So just that one hit separates these teams as we are heading to the top third. We are returning to action in Los Angeles again, where the Padres leading 1-0. Freddie Fermin, the former Royal, will be at the plate batting .269 OPS of .680, 4 homers and 17 RBIs. He just very, very delicately tapped that like button. Thank you very much, Sean. Appreciate you. Really do. As Kershaw sets, kicks, and deals. That's in there for a called strike. 0-1 count to Freddie Fermin. Again, the former Royal, though, as a Padre, looking very good, batting .355 as that's in the dirt for ball one. Friends, go back and listen to the archives. It's great stuff. Yeah, if you guys want to listen to just the play-by-play, just in general, you're out working or whatnot, I got plenty of them. Here is the 1-1. That is way outside for ball two. One more like for 15. Yeah, again, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys. Really do. 2-1 count. Kershaw kicks and deals. That's going to be hit right to third. Freeland has it. Tosses to first for out number one. Freeland has made 2 very nice plays over there. Very nice. That'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. He's batting .265, OPS of .803, 17 homers and 49 RBIs. He is 0 for 1 on the night as he's getting definitely a standing ovation. Of course, I'm not telling the truth there. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball low for ball one. Where's Fly these days? She's great. Oh, no, she's awesome. They started back work. She's a teacher. As here's the 1-0. That's going to be hit to center. Pages jogging over, making the catch for out number 2. Yeah, she's a teacher, so, and she told me that, once school starts, she'll be appearing a little bit less, but she's, of course, still going to be supporting whenever she can. I told her that's okay. That's, again, I'm just entertainment. Pretty lousy entertainment. Luis Arias is going to be at the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the night, batting .289, OPS of .718. Here is the pitch. Taking all the way, that is low for ball one. 6 homers and 45 RBIs. What position did I play when I played Little League? I wasn't very good. I played center field. As here is the 1-0 taking all the way. That is outside ball 2. And Arias just shaking his head at Kershaw. It's a little bit of the mind games happening here between Arias and Kershaw. 2-0 count to the pure contact hitter. Here is the pitch. Ground ball. Oh, what a play by Freeman. Tosses to Kershaw for out number 3. Nothing doing for the Padres as we head to the bottom of the third. Padres lead 1-0 over the Dodgers. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, press that like button. I forgot what I literally looked it up. Jeez, yeah, looks like that. If you like what you see, definitely press the like button. Looks like that. Definitely subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Again, I do a bunch of other games. You know, it's not just Pirates. You can probably see Pirates, and I do a lot of Pirates. But I do bounce around Major League Baseball, of course. I'll be doing postseason as well, and I want to see how these teams are going to be doing. So, yeah, I'll probably be doing a little bit more of cross Major League Baseball. Of course, again, I do want to do Pirates. And I actually did these teams earlier, and it was very fun, very exciting. So that was a big reason why I came back. A lot of fighting and throwing at each other. That was fun. You must have been a fast runner. I wouldn't say fast. I played soccer and tennis, so I had the endurance. I would say, obviously now I'm pretty big. I'm a big guy. I'm fat. Okay, but back then, yeah, I was pretty in shape. When I was in school, always playing sports. Yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun. I wish I played it a little bit more, but it was kind of an expensive sport, so my family couldn't really. We didn't play a lot of Little League, but it was mostly soccer. My youth was more of soccer, and the tennis was actually more of a high school thing as well. Due up for the Dodgers is Conforto, Freeland, and Rojas. But it was fun, though. I did enjoy it for the most part. Actually, I worked my way up. I mean, I guess I was a fast learner. My first year, I actually only played 2 years, 6th and 7th. And I started off the year batting 7th. And towards the last 4 games, I actually worked my way up to the leadoff hitter. As here is the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. This is Michael Conforto, batting .187, OPS of .626, 9 homers, and 25 RBIs. As Vasquez kicks and deals. That is upstairs for ball 1. Maybe fat with a PA now. Yeah. Yeah, with the doctor. 1-1 counts. Here is the pitch. That is outside for ball 2. I'd love to lose the weight again, but it's just, I don't know. I'm just so lazy now. Lazy. 2-1 count. Conforto 2 for 27 in his last 10 games. He has struggled. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to left. This one has the distance. Is it fair? It is foul. Conforto trying to match what Laureano did just an inning ago. Couldn't keep it straight. Conforto is a former Met. Yeah, no, he was very good as a Met. But things have not looked well since pretty much he's left. Went out to San Francisco, and they've been looking for a power hitter. Actually, remember, yeah, he said he'd be the first guy to hit 30, as that's going to be low for ball 3. I think hit 30 since what, like 2010, 2011? I'm not too sure. Might be since Barry Bonds, but did not happen. 3-2 count as Vasquez kicks and deals. That's going to be hit, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Tatis is there to throw it in, so a leadoff single for the Dodgers. That'll bring up Alex Freeland, the shortstop that's playing third base tonight. He has been very good at third base defensively. Batting .176, OPS of .509, 34 at-bats, of course, on the year for the young rookie. Been playing for about just over 2 weeks here, so not much action in the majors. Here is the pitch. That is inside for ball 1. Fermin telling him, hey, you're good. Don't worry about it. Fordo is the former Met star. Didn't Pan? It might have been him. He was the last one to hit 30. I'm not too sure. 1-0 count. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to left, and that is going foul. And I can check it out right now. Actually, I could probably just ask Google, because Google provides all the information. Who's the last Giants hitter? Here's the 1-1, and that'll be low for ball 2. So 2-1 count, runner on first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Padres leading 1-0. Wow, you're not going to believe this. 2-1 counts. He delivers. Chopper, and that is just foul as it's a 2-2 count. The last Giant to hit 30 home runs was Barry Bonds in 2004. He hit 45. Isn't that amazing? It's been a while. 2-2 count here for Freeland, who does step out. He's going to ask for time here. As he steps back in. Again, a runner on first here. Vasquez sets on the 2-2. Looks over at first. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit. And that's going to get past Cronenworth for a base hit. Tatis quickly on it. Throws it in. So, runners on first and second. Nobody out. And that will bring up Miguel Rojas. Miguel is batting .243. OPS of .697. 6 homers and 14 RBIs on the season. 3 for 9 in his last 4 games. You like better, the Panda or the Polar Bear? Not too sure. That's a good one. Better player was probably the Polar Bear. Shows bunt, pulls back, ball 1. That is low. But I probably liked the Panda better. That's just me. But, I mean, the Polar Bear, Alonso is way better. His peak was, superior. 1-0 count here to Rojas. Here is the pitch showing bunt. Pops it up. Diving attempt. Oh, it's off the third baseman, Machado. Throws the second. He's safe. And now the bases are loaded. Machado trying to make a diving catch. Misjudged it. Went off him into foul territory, but it hit him first. Wow, bases loaded, nobody out, and this is bringing up Shohei Ohtani. 0 for 1 on the night, but with a big opportunity here. Bases loaded. Vasquez delivers. That is outside for ball 1. 95 on the gun. Ohtani again batting .283. OPS of .1019, 43 homers and 79 RBIs. 1-0 count. Vasquez kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 89 upstairs. Ohtani was swinging for the fences. Career with the bases loaded, batting .258. 3 grand slams. Here's the 1-1. Just outside for ball 2. Miguel Rojas related to former Expos pitcher Mel Rojas or former Marlins third base coach Cookie Rojas. I'm not too sure. I'll have to check next time he's up. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Fooled him with the splitter. This would be a huge out. Everyone with their phones out looking at this huge potential moment. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be hit to second. There's one. And not in time. Ohtani able to run it out. So there is an out on the play, but a run will score. It's now 1-1. You're going to retire for the evening. Hey, thank you for stopping by, Bing. You have a good night. Yeah, I know it's in the East Coast. It's going to be pretty tough for East Coasters. West Coast game and all that. So thank you again very much. I'll see you hopefully in the next one. If not, that's okay. I appreciate you, as always, for your support. Looks like there is a mound visit here. They're going to have a little chat. Mookie Betts is scheduled to be the next batter. Yeah, there's going to be runners on the corners with one out here in the bottom of the third as it's 1-1. Once again, folks, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you'd like. I try to read as many comments as possible. But, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, if you also enjoy the stream, definitely like and subscribe. Press that like button. Do it. And also subscribe to the channel. Plenty of baseball on this channel. I'll be doing playoff baseball, so if you need a voice for your Dodgers or your Padres, well, I'll be here. I'll be doing the NL postseason. And, of course, some of the World Series as well. As here is Mookie Betts. Vasquez sets. Looks over at Ohtani and fires. That's going to be in there for a called strike. As it's an 0-1 count again, Betts batting .244, OPS of .682, 12 homers, 55 RBIs on the season. 0-1, Vasquez looking over at Ohtani. Looks over again and fires. Half-hearted swing as he actually made contact there, but it's a foul ball. 0-2. You got Dodgers almost 5. Yeah, no, we're close. I don't know what the actual number is. Don't tell me. I kind of would be surprised at the end of the night. Whether I get any or not, it is what it is. 0-2 count. Vasquez sets. Looks over at first. Kicks and deals. That's outside for ball one. Breaking ball that Betts did a good job of laying off. But yeah, we're approaching that magical number, 500. Then, of course, the magical number will be 1,000. 1-2 count. Vasquez delivers. That's going to be hit to center. Merrill is under it and makes the catch. Looks like Freeland is going to tag up. The sacrifice fly is successful. It's 2-1 Dodgers. Oh, man, just like that, the Dodgers taking the lead. That'll bring up Will Smith. He's batting .311, OPS of .937, 15 homers, and 54 RBIs on the season. Again, a runner on first with 2 outs. Dodgers taking the lead here in the bottom of the third. Vasquez rocks, sets. And a pickoff attempt. And, of course, they're going to boo. Do you think Mookie Betts on the Dodgers? What do you mean by that, Sean? I guess I'm a little lost there. Vasquez sets, looks over, kicks and deals. That is outside for ball one. Will Smith is 0 for 1 on the night. 1-0 count. Vasquez sets. Looks over. Kicks and fires. That's called strike. Ohtani steals. No! He is tagged out. And he's immediately heading to the dugout. That was a nice throw and a nice tag by Fermin and Cronenworth. But the Dodgers do some damage as we head to the top of the fourth. The Dodgers scoring 2 there. They lead 2-1 over the Padres. Oh, Mookie Betts. Oh, I see. I was not, yeah. Good one. I like that. I would assume not. I would assume not. I would assume not. Asked you guys what I had a poll earlier. Who wins the big NL West matchup? Padres. 76% of you guys think the Padres would win. Of course, again, it's still plenty of baseball left, but the Dodgers currently with the lead 2-1 as we are entering the fourth inning. Once again, folks, if you haven't done so already, press that like button and definitely subscribe to the channel. Plenty of play-by-play, a lot of play-by-play with Dr. Delay on this channel. A lot of baseball, a lot of football, which, again, football, you guys will be voting on what I'm calling. It's not just Steelers. even though that's a pretty good team right there, a good history for sure. You guys will be voting on the other game every single week, so definitely subscribe for just sports in general. If you're a sports fan, this is a great channel for you, the sports fan. That was a good it was, Dole. Yeah, no, completely. That was a great throw by Fermin. Little one-hopper, but right on the money. Let's see here. Yankees leading the Cardinals 4-3 in the top of the ninth. Tigers leading the Twins 7-0. Rockies taking the lead over the Diamondbacks 4-3. 1-1 in Sacramento, where the Angels are taking on the A's. Giants lead the Rays 3-2. Final scores: Pirates defeat the Cubs 3-2. Brewers over the Reds 10-8. Phillies over the Nationals 6-2. Blue Jays over the Rangers 6-5. Mariners have defeated the Mets 11-9. Braves over the Indians 2-0. Red Sox over the Marlins 2-1. Orioles over the Astros 7-0. And the Royals have defeated the White Sox 3-1 to get to 500. Due up for the Padres is Machado, Bogarts, and Merrill, as we are indeed returning to Los Angeles, where the Dodgers lead 2-1. As Kershaw kicks and deals, that is outside for ball one. Like and sub, one more for 15. Oh yeah, definitely press that like button if you haven't done so already. Here's the 1-0. That's in there for a called strike. 1-1 is the count. Again, thank you very much for just clicking on this live stream. I know there's a lot of competition out there. Here is the 1-1. That is upstairs for ball two. As it's a 2-1 count to Manny Machado. Kershaw kicks and deals. That's going to be sent to right center. Hernandez is under it and makes the catch for out number one. All right, with one away here in the top of the fourth, that'll bring up Xander Bogaerts. He's 0 for 1. It's batting .267, OPS of .735, 10 homers and 43 RBIs on the season. Again, one out here in the top of the fourth, nobody on. Kershaw kicks and deals. Breaking ball way upstairs for ball one. Jeez, I am very thirsty. 1-0 count. Kershaw delivers. That's in there for a called strike at the knees. 89 on the gun. Not too sure if that's the fastball for him anymore. I'm not too sure. I know his velocity dipped a little bit. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be hit foul. 87 mile per hour. I believe that was the cutter there. Count is 1-2. Bogaerts, again, not exactly having the best year of his career. Kershaw back on the mound. Wind up and the pitch. That's once again chopped foul. Bogaerts way out in front of the 87 mile per hour pitch, as Kershaw is about to deliver pitch number 50. Kershaw kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to center. On the run is Paez, who makes the catch for out number 2. That'll bring up Jackson Merrill. Merrill's batting .262, OPS of .734, 9 homers and 51 RBIs. On the year, Merrill is 0 for 1 tonight. Kershaw delivers. That is upstairs for ball 1. Will Kershaw go 5 and be eligible? I believe he will. I believe he will go 5. It's looking like he will, only at 51 pitches, nearing the end of the fourth, as Kershaw delivers the 1-0. That is in the dirt. Smith tried to allay it there, but did not complete the olay or snag or whatever. Luckily, there's no one on. 2-0 count to Merrill. Kershaw delivers the 2-0. That's going to be a ground ball to second. Tosses to first for out number 3. Once again, nothing doing for the Padres. We head to the bottom of the fourth. The Dodgers still lead 2-0. 2-1. Yeah, outside of that one hit for Laureano, it's been nothing doing for the Padres. They did have a walk. Iglesias walked. That was right after the home run. But again, nothing doing really after that. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, more accurately, definitely press that like button and possibly subscribe to the channel. Again, if you're a sports fan, this is a great channel for you. Lots of baseball, lots of football as well. In football, you'll be voting on the games I do. It's not just a Steelers thing. I know there's a lot of Steelers. Don't be afraid. You guys will be voting on polls every single week. First poll, of course, dropping September 1st. What am I calling after the Steelers game? I don't know. That's going to be voted on by you guys. So definitely subscribe to the channel. Of course, I'll be doing NL postseason baseball. And I'm very sure these teams will be there. So if you're looking for a play-by-play guy, whether you're at work, you can't watch the game or whatnot, or maybe you prefer some YouTubers call versus the broadcast, well, hey, I got you covered. Whatever the reason is, I will be here for play-by-play with Dr. Lay. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Again, thank you for even clicking on the video. Definitely helps out a lot, but a super thank you if you're able to press either of those buttons, or both. Like and subscribe. Due up for the Dodgers will be Smith, Freeman, and Hernandez. All of them are 0 for 1 on the night. Again, the Dodgers leading 2-1 in this very key series across all of baseball, not just the NL West. This series is just I would say it's the closest thing to, Yankees and Red Sox. A lot of actual dislike, hatred, if I may say so, towards each other, fans, teams. It's very entertaining. I personally love it. Stepping up to the plate is Will Smith, batting .311, OPS of .937, 15 homers and 54 RBIs. As here is the pitch, that is outside for ball 1. 1-0 counts for the catcher, Will Smith. Vasquez delivers. That's in there for a called strike on the outside corner. 1-1 counts to the Fresh Prince of L.A. Vasquez kicks and deals. Breaking ball way outside for ball 2. I believe that was the sweeper. 2-1 count. Vasquez likes the sign, kicks and fires. That's going to be hit to right. Tatis making the catch for out number 1. Had to move just a little bit, but he did indeed have to move. That'll bring up Freddie Freeman. He does an interesting dance every now and then whenever he gets a double. Batting .300, OPS of .850, 14 homers, and 66 RBIs on the season. As Vasquez kicks and deals. That is outside for ball 1. 1-0 count to the long-time first baseman. Oh, pardon my voice. 1-0 count. Here is the pitch. That is outside for ball 2. 2-0 count. Nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th. 1 out. Dodgers leading 2-1. Vasquez kicks and deals. That is outside for ball 3. Definitely showing Freeman some respect here. Pitches really aren't even close, to be honest with you. Here's the 3-0. That is outside ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Freeman. That'll bring up Teoscar Hernandez. Hernandez is batting .253, OPS of .743, 18 homers and 71 RBIs. And they did show a statistic earlier that the Dodgers own 2 of the 3 hitters in the NL, as that's a swing and a miss, strike 1, batting .300 or above. So again, hitting is, or at least hitting for contact, is definitely it's rare now. 0-1 count. Here is the pitch. Ground ball to third. Machado. There's Cronenworth. There's 1 and 2. A double play. So, nothing happens after the walk. We head to the top of the 5th. The Dodgers still lead 2-1 over the Padres. Once again, thank you guys so much for clicking on the live stream. I know there's plenty of competition out there. Obviously I do a lot of Pirates games. You were probably able to figure that out with this Pirates jersey. But I do bounce around Major League Baseball, especially if I can't cover the Pirates, if I'm working or whatnot. But again, I do bounce around Major League Baseball. I'll be doing, of course, the postseason. The Pirates will not be there. I know that might be hard for you guys to believe. So, again, if you're looking for a voice for the playoffs, I might be able to help you out there. I'll be doing this for the NL and, of course, a little bit of the World Series as well. And, of course, I'll be doing football. But pretty much what I'm saying is if you're a sports fan, definitely press that like button. Looks like that. And definitely subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. DeLay. It doesn't cost you a dime. It's actually free. Made sure of it myself. Will not cost you anything to press that subscribe button. Again, thank you guys so much for even clicking on the live stream. But a super thank you if you guys want to just stick around. And, hey, a few more months from now, again, I know the Dodgers and Padres will be there. So if you're looking for a guy to cover those games, I will be there. Hopefully, you will be too. Pardon me. Again, the Padres currently up a game on the Dodgers. The Dodgers, have been struggling as of late, losing 4 in a row, 4 and 6 in the last 10. But despite that, despite everything, even being 1 game back, the ESPN still has a higher percentage on the Dodgers. Have they emptied the dugouts and started fist? I know. I'm waiting for that myself, Tom, to be honest with you. We are returning to action where, again, the Dodgers lead the Padres 2-1 here in the top of the 5th. I'm waiting for something. I am waiting for some of that. As here is the pitch. That's going to be chopped foul. Laureano is the only one to get a hit today against Kershaw, and that was a solo shot in the 2nd inning. It's batting .298, OPS of .915. Here's the pitch. That is going to be in there for a called strike. 0-2. 18 homers, 57 RBIs as Kershaw kicks and deals. That is in the dirt, ball 1. Trisk, how's it going? Thank you for stopping by and happy birthday. Happy birthday. That is the birthday man there. Last time they played, the Dodgers were the better team. Well, I mean, I would say they're both, again, like very even. As Kershaw kicks and deals. Chopper. Kershaw has it. Throws to first, gets him by a step for out number 1. That'll bring up Jose Iglesias. He's batting .233, OPS of .591, 1 homer and 27 RBIs. He walked earlier in this one. Trisk is pulling for the Dodgers. As Kershaw kicks and deals. Breaking ball just high for ball 1. He did catch a little bit of the zone, but he really hasn't been getting that call all night. The umpire for both teams has been, pretty off for both, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-1. Butterfly, how's it going? Thank you for stopping by. Kershaw kicks and deals. Breaking ball just upstairs. Again, Kershaw not happy. He's not getting the call. That one was a little bit up, but, he just hasn't been getting it all night, and yet he continues to throw it. I don't know. At some point, you probably just don't need to throw that pitch. Here's the 2-1. That's in there for a called strike at the knees. 2-2. .39 for the 17th time. Yeah. Oh, man. I think you guys getting older on me is getting scary. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Upstairs. Ball 3. Kershaw again feels like that should be a strike, but he's not getting the call. and yet he acts surprised when he doesn't get it. 3-2 count. Kershaw kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right, and that is a foul ball. 14 likes, yes, again. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys again. Just clicking on the live stream. But a super thank you if you're able to press that like button and subscribe to the channel. 3-2. Kershaw delivers. Called strike 3 right down the middle. He struck him out. That will bring up Jake Cronenworth. Cronenworth batting .248, OPS of .752, 9 homers and 43 RBIs. He is 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch showing bunt, pulls back, ball 1. Yeah, and I imagine, being a teacher, that's why I told Sean that, butterfly will try. But, here is the 1-0. That's going to be outside, ball 2. 2-0 count here to Jake Cronenworth. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Nobody on. Dodgers leading 2-1. Here is the pitch. Ground ball to first. Freeman tosses to Kershaw for out number 3. I really wish this chair would just stop squeaking. It doesn't matter. We head to the bottom of the 5th. The Dodgers still lead 2-1 over the Padres. Well, yeah, no, definitely a Butterfly, big supporter of the channel. Very much so. Again, I appreciate you. I really do. Appreciate all you guys again for tuning in. Super thank you, though, if you're able to press that like button and subscribe to the channel. Lots of sports on the channel, so if you're a sports fan, you've come to the right place. Again, this is really a channel for all sports teams, baseball, football, even Cowboys fans. We've made that a thing. We will let them hear. Butterfly, of course, is a Cowboys fan, so she will be the reason that we allow Cowboys fans. But again, again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. A super thank you, though, if you're able to press that like and subscribe buttons, both of those. Currently happening across Major League Baseball, baseball. Tigers leading the Twins 7-0. The A's leading the Angels 4-1, and the Giants lead the Rays 6-3. As far as final scores, the Pirates over the Cubs 3-2, Brewers over the Reds 10-8, Phillies over the Nationals 6-2, Blue Jays over the Rangers 6-5. The Mariners defeating the Mets 11-9. Braves over the Indians 2-0. Red Sox over the Marlins 2-1. Orioles over the Astros 7-0. Royals over the White Sox 3-1. Yankees over the Cardinals 4-3, and the Rockies defeated the Diamondbacks 4-3. Got WD-40. I had bought WD-40, and I'm just stubborn because I don't want to buy it again. I bought it literally a few months ago, and I don't know where in the world it went. I'm just that guy. I know we have it somewhere. I've looked, and it's gone. So I don't know where the WD-40 went. But, yeah, no, that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to look again tomorrow, and if I don't find it, I'm going to buy some more WD-40 so we can get rid of this. All right, here is the pitch. That is outside, ball 1. Andy Pages at the plate. He's batting .277, OPS of .777, 19 homers and 69 RBIs. He's 0 for 1 on the night. As Vasquez kicks and deals, that is low for ball 2. Butterfly loves the Padres uniforms. They're pretty solid uniforms. Pretty solid. 2-0 count. Vasquez kicks and fires. That's going to be hit to center. Merrill settling under it and makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Michael Conforto. He's batting .189, OPS of .630, 9 homers and 25 RBIs. And honestly, Butterfly, I have no idea. As here is the pitch to Conforto. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Conforto is 1 for 1 on the day. You bought it today, but in our house, everything gets lost. Yeah, probably by Labor Day. Here is the 1-0. That's going to be chopped foul. Jeez, I might need to get another bottle. I mean, I have another one here, but... oh, well. 1-1 count here. Here is the pitch. That is upstairs, ball 2. 2-1 count to Michael Conforto. Yeah, the Dodgers leading 2-1 over the Padres here in the bottom of the 5th. That's Vasquez. Kicks and deals. Upstairs for ball 3. Conforto doing a good job of laying off. Again, his on-base is 301, which really isn't that great, but you compare it to the batting average, and, well, he walks a lot. Here is the 3-1. That's going to be hit to left, and that is going foul. WD-40 stands for Water Displacement 40th Formula. Wow, a lot. I wonder what 39 and 38 and all them, how do they go? 3-2 count to Michael Conforto. Vasquez likes it. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That is Vasquez's 3rd strikeout of the game. That'll bring up Alex Freeland. He's 1 for 1 on the night. Batting 200, OPS of 549. Of course, he only has 35 at-bats in his young MLB career that just started at the end of July. As Vasquez delivers. That's in the dirt for ball 1. Great research, 100%. 100%. 1-0 count here to the rookie, young rookie here. Vasquez delivers the 1-0. That is upstairs for ball 2. Fermin telling you, hey, you're all good. You're good. Just throw me the ball. Don't worry about it. 2-0 count. Vasquez kicks and deals. That is way outside for ball 3, and Vasquez looks a little rattled out there. I don't know if it was that previous pitch or Fermin had to kind of calm him down a little bit, but 3-0 count to Freeland. Vasquez delivers. That's going to be hit to right, and that is going foul. Name originated from the product's development in 1953 by the Rocket Chemical Company, where it took 40 attempts to perfect the water-displacing formula. Very interesting. Here is the 3-1. That's going to be hit to left, and that is going foul. So 3-2. So from 3-0 to 3-2 is the count to the young rookie playing third base tonight. Again, he's done a very good job defensively. Of course, again, he's already 1 for 1 and has come across to score. So 3-2. Freeland digging in. Vasquez kicks and deals. Called strike 3. He struck him out. Nothing doing there yet again. So we head to the top of the 6th, where the Dodgers lead 2-1 over the Padres. Once again, folks, if you haven't done so already, definitely press that like button. It looks like that or like that. I literally saw it earlier, and I already forgot. It's one of those. Definitely do that. And again, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you're a sports fan, this is the channel for you. Play-by-play with Dr. DeLay. That's pretty much what I do. Again, it's a channel for sports fans. I'll be here for postseason baseball, and I know both these teams will definitely both be there. So definitely subscribe. I'll be here. Hopefully, I see you guys along with me. And, of course, I'll be doing NFL as well. And I will be doing, of course, plenty of Steelers football. But you guys will be voting on NFL games every single week. So after the Steelers game, I'll be doing a game that was voted on by you guys, the subscribers of the channel. So definitely subscribe to vote on some NFL games. And I am just dehydrated. Man, I was outside a lot today. Yeah, I am just dying. All right, due up for the Padres is Fermin, Tatis, and Arias. Fermin is 0 for 1. In fact, every single one of these players have yet to get a hit today. Again, Fermin batting .268, OPS of .677, 4 homers and 17 RBIs on the season as a Padre. Again, he's done very well, batting .344, OPS of .851. So the move from Kansas City to San Diego looking like a good one as of now, at least for a few weeks anyway. As we are indeed returning to action here in Los Angeles, where the Dodgers lead 2-1 over the Padres. As Kershaw kicks and deals breaking ball in there for a called strike on the outside corner. 0-1. 0-1 count. Kershaw delivers the 0-1. That is low for ball one. Ben Kasparius warming up in the Dodger bullpen. Here is the 1-1. Breaking ball in the dirt. Ball 2. Fermin being a little bit patient. Both teams have a double F. Yes, they do. FF. 83 degrees. I don't know what it is here. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be hit right up the middle. That's going to get down for a base hit. Kershaw trying to stick a glove out there, but nothing doing. 79 degrees actually over here, but nice. Very nice indeed. All right, so leadoff hitter for the Padres, and that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. He's 0 for 2. He's batting .265, OPS of .802, 17 homers and 49 RBIs. Magic Man, how's it going? Thank you for stopping by, man. Yeah, the Brewers, they look really good. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to right, and Hernandez will make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Luis Arias. It's batting .288, OPS of .716, 6 homers and 45 RBIs. Yeah, Magic Man, I plan on doing a doubleheader tomorrow. Of course, it'll be my Pirates and the Cubs, but after that, it'll be Brewers and Reds. Hopefully, if you got no plans tomorrow, hey, I'll be doing the game. I may see you there. That's going to be in there for a called strike. So, again, thank you for stopping by, Magic Man. We got a big matchup tonight, of course, with the Dodgers and the Padres. But there it is right there, right after Pirates and Reds. I'll be doing Brewers, or Pirates and Cubs. I'll be doing Brewers and Reds. That's going to be hit to left, and that is going foul. 0-2 count here for Luis Arias, who's also 0 for 2 on the night. Runner on first here in the top of the 6th. 1 out. Of course, again, the Dodgers leading 2-1. It's Kershaw. Sets. And a pickoff attempt. Kind of saw that coming as Fermin is able to get back safe and sound. Oh, 2 count to Luis Arias. Kershaw stretches, sets, and fires. That is low for ball 1. As the count is 1-2 to Luis Arias. Again, a runner on first here. Kershaw stretches, sets, kicks, and deals. Ground ball to second. Throws to second. There's one. And gets him by a half a step. Arias, though, thinks he's safe. I don't know if they'll appeal. As of now, it's a double play. I don't know what Kershaw's looking over. I'm not too sure. As of now, we're heading to the bottom of the 6th. It's 2-1 Dodgers over the Padres. Tonight was wild. Brewers were down 8-1. Ended up winning 10-8. Oh, wow. Yelich, 4 for 5, 2 home runs, and the Brewers staff shut the Reds down 23 straight batters. Good times. Wow. That is pretty crazy. Would have been a nice game to cover, but again, I was busy today, unfortunately. I was working all day. The Pirates were able to win Jack Sawinski. Jack Sawinski was the hero for Pittsburgh today. So good old Jack, Captain Jack. Maybe he's back, probably not. Once again, folks, if you're tuned in and you haven't done so already, press that like button right now. You should probably do it. And definitely subscribe to the channel. Again, if you're a sports fan, this is a great channel for you. It's not just Pirates games. Well, I think the clue would have been, well, you're tuned into a Padres Dodgers game. And again, I do bounce around Major League Baseball, and of course, football will be here. And you guys will be voting every single week on NFL games that I'll be calling. So at least one game voted on by you every single week. Steelers games I'll be doing, of course, and then after that will be a game voted on, or a game that I'll be doing that was voted on by you guys. So definitely subscribe to the channel for more football and, of course, baseball. I'll be doing NL postseason and, of course, the World Series, and I know both these teams will be there. So definitely subscribe if you're a Padres and Dodgers fan. We do have a pitching change. Looks like Vasquez will be done. Vasquez, not terrible. 3 2/3, 2 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. The new pitcher for the Padres will be Jeremiah Estrada. He is 4-4, 2.47 ERA, whip of a .99. As he will face Rojas, Ohtani, and Betts. Rojas is 1-for-1. I'm not seeing any relation to any other players, by the way. Sean, just letting you know. Still voting for the Puppy Bowl. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know if that really would... I don't know if that'll be on the poll. I guess you can write it in. I don't know how the write-in ballots would do. Hammer, how's it going? Thank you for stopping by. We got some Padres Dodgers. As here is the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 198 on the gun again. Jeremiah Estrada, the new pitcher for the Padres, 2.47 ERA. Opponent batting average of 191. So not a bad pitcher to have late in the game. 1-0 counts. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 189 on the changeup. Hammer down. 1-1 counts. Estrada sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit to center. Merrill moving a few steps and will make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Shohei Ohtani. He is 0 for 2, but does have an RBI on the night. He's batting .283, OPS of 1016, 43 homers, and 80 RBIs on the season. As Estrada sets, kicks, and deals. That's in there for a called strike 90 at the knees. That's too bad. If he was related to Mel Rojas, he would have been related to the Alus too. Okay. I know there's Moises Alou. I remember hearing about him. 0-1 count. Here is the pitch. That is way outside for ball 199 on the fastball. Butterfly again, I remember very anti-Ohtani. 1-1 count. Estrada sets and fires. That's in there for a called strike. It's 1-2 count. Again, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. The Dodgers leading 2-1 as Estrada sets, kicks, and deals. That's in the dirt. Got away from him, but no one, of course, on base to take advantage. 2-2. The gambler going to strike out. Oh, man. We'll see. Estrada sets on the 2-2. Sets and fires. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. Oh, that was close. I'd like to see the replay. That one was way upstairs. Here is the replay, and oh, my goodness. He did. He did go, but they did not say he did officially. 3-2 count. Estrada sets, kicks, and deals. just low. Ball 4. Ohtani draws the walk. That'll bring up Mookie Betts. He's 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly. Batting .244, OPS of .681, 12 homers and 56 RBIs on the season. Estrada will step off. Felipe, Jesus, and Marty were three brothers that played in the same outfield. The only time it's ever happened. That's pretty interesting. Felipe went on to manage the Expos and Giants, and one of his 11 kids was Moises, who played for his dad in both locations. That's cool. Thank you for that. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to right. Tatis is just chilling under it. It makes the catch, throwing to first, and Ohtani just barely manages to get back in time. I don't know if he lost track of the outs there. It's what the Dodgers announcer just said, or I don't know. Anyway, it's going to bring up the Fresh Prince of L.A., Will Smith, batting .310, OPS of .935, 15 homers and 54 RBIs. He is 0 for 2 on the night. As Estrada sets, kicks, and deals. That's in there for a called strike. 90 on the gun. Dodgers fans plug their ears. Yeah. I know my friend, I would pick on him a little bit with the Ohtani thing. And, yeah, again, he's a Dodgers fan. And, oh, man, doesn't want to hear it. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That is upstairs, ball one. I kind of kid. I don't know. To me, it doesn't really matter. I don't really care one way or the other. But I just pick on him just to do it. 1-1 count here to Smith. Again, a runner on first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Dodgers leading 2-1. Estrada kicks and deals. That is outside for ball 2 for me, saying, hey, you're good. Don't worry about it. Two and 1 count. Estrada looks over at Ohtani. Sets. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2. Holden coming back in. How's it going, buddy? Sean saying hi. Everyone's saying hi. Hey, Ultimate Sports. How's it going? Everyone just saying hi in the chat. There we go. 2-2 count. Everyone's friendly. Estrada sets. Kicks and deals. That is just upstairs for ball 3. Broke a bat the other day, and I swear it looked corked. Oh, come on. I don't hammer. Come on. I'd have to see the footage. That's pretty funny. Ohtani's a crook and Dave Roberts is a bomb. Oh, my goodness, you guys. 3-2 count. Estrada is going to step off. Oh, my goodness, you guys are funny. I like Ohtani. I know Ohtani he's a, you either love him or hate him. I don't know about loving, but I like him. Here's the 3-2. Check this swing. Did he go? He went. Strike 3 called. Will Smith looks confused, looking back at the umpire like, hey, you could have appealed it back down to first. It doesn't matter. We head to the top of the 7th. The Dodgers leading 2-1 over the Padres. Not making it up. Okay, well, hey, I believe you. I'll believe you. I'd have to look at the footage. I don't know how it seems like everyone's blowing up. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Ultimate. I don't know what to tell you. You just gotta keep. Me, I'm doing this every day. I can't afford to not. I'm not by any means a big YouTuber. Like I said, folks, if you like what you see, press that like button. Definitely hit that subscribe button. And, of course, this is a channel for sports fans. So if you're a sports fan tuning in right now, definitely press that subscribe button. Plenty of sports on this channel. Baseball and, of course, football on this channel. Of course, NFL you'll be voting on every single week. after the Steelers game, I'll be doing a game that was voted on by you guys. So if that sounds good to you, definitely subscribe. And of course, we got playoff baseball on this channel. I primarily do the NL. Don't ask me why. That's just the way it's been. You can look at the games and you'll rarely see an AL game or AL teams in general. I did a little bit of the Royals, but kind of backed off on the Royals. But yeah, if you like baseball, if you're a football fan, definitely hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Again, thank you guys so much for even clicking on the live stream. It helps out a lot. And again, we do have a new pitcher as Kershaw is going to be exiting. He had a pretty good night. 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned, 3 strikeouts. As this will be Ben Kasparius. 7-5 record, 4.78 ERA, whip of a 1.28. Last 7 games, though, he has been on fire. Only a 1.59 ERA. So Ben Kasparius looking to keep this a 2-1 game, as that'll bring up Manny Machado as Kasparius sets, kicks, and deals. Taking all the way, that's in there for a called strike. Machado batting .295, OPS of .844, 20 homers and 72 RBIs. Kasparius sets, kicks, and deals. That is going to be low for ball 1. You can't stand the cheating. So, Hammer, I don't know. Jose, I don't know. Here's the 1-1. That's a big swing and a miss, strike 2. If you're here after the stream, Hammer, again, we'll hopefully go a little bit, better than last time, after the stream. I'll show you this. I won't show you the video on here, but I can direct you to this video. And he kind of tells you, as here's the 1-2, that is in the dirt, ball 2. Kind of tells you that Jose didn't actually cheat. I know that's crazy. I thought he did, but I don't know. It's a pretty convincing video. 2-2 count here to Machado as Kasparius sets. I know there's Dodgers fans in here that probably hate that. Here is the pitch. Chopper, and that is going foul. But, I don't know. Baseball doesn't exist. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that channel. It is a great, great channel. I would recommend it, personally. But I'll show you. If you're still here, I'll show you. 2-2 count to Machado. Again, Machado is 0 for 2. Here is the pitch. That's going to be popped up. Left center field. Conforto makes the catch for round number 1. That'll bring up Xander Bogaerts. He is 0 for 2. He's batting .267, OPS of .733, 10 homers and 43 RBIs. Red zone idea? Well, hey, good luck with that. I don't know. It's going to be pretty tough to market it. As Kasparius sets, kicks, and deals. That's in there for a called strike. What was the line? He had 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run. I believe it was 3 or 4 strikeouts. I'll check. 0-1 count. Kasparius delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Holden knew the Dodgers would come back. 0-2 count to Bogaerts. Top of the 7th, 1 out. Nobody on. Kasparius sets. Kicks and deals. That's going to be outside for ball 1. They are banging trash cans elsewhere. Yeah, trash cans. Definitely a popular thing in baseball all of a sudden last few years. 1-2 count. Kasparius rocks, sets, kicks, and deals. Ground ball to third. Freeland throws to first for out number 2. All right, 2 away here in the top of the 7th. That'll bring up Jackson Merrill. He's batting .261, OPS of .731, 9 homers and 51 RBIs. You need to go. Hey, have a good night, Sean. Thank you very much for stopping by. Appreciate you, man. Thank you as always. As Kasparius kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. Craig came back. Yeah, no, he went back to Houston. Oh, my goodness, Hammer. 0-1 count. Casparius sets, kicks, and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 count to Jackson Merrill. Casparius sets, kicks, and fires. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Probably going to be 2. Merrill taking off to second. Hernandez throws it in, and I believe he's going to chill at second with the 2-out double. Just kind of left the breaking ball hanging a little bit, and Merrill made him pay for it. As that'll bring up a guy that has, again, he's responsible for the only run the Padres have tonight. He had a solo shot in the second inning. Ramon Laureano, he's batting .297, OPS of .912, 18 homers and 57 RBIs, 1 for 2 on the night. Again, his only hit was a home run. Casparius looking back, kicks and deals. That's going to be hit, and that is going foul. Oh, and 1 counts. Casparius kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right, and that one is foul. As it's an 0-2 count. 2 outs. Runner on second. That is Merrill. Dodgers clinging to a 2-1 lead. Padres threatening a little bit as Casparius looks back at Merrill. Kicks and deals. That's in the dirt. Handled well by Smith, keeping it in front of him as it's a 1-2 count. Casparius will set on the 1-2. Looks back at Merrill. Kicks and fires. That's going to be hit to center, but looks like Pages is under it and will make the catch for out number 3. The Padres threatened a little bit there, but nothing doing. So we head to the bottom of the 7th, where the Dodgers still lead 2-1. I'll let you guys, I guess, duke it out in the comments about the Astros. I won't be offering my opinion there. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, if you're a baseball fan, a sports fan in general, definitely press that like button and subscribe to the channel. Again, been doing this since opening day. Over 100 games have already been called by this guy right here, and I'll, of course, not be stopping anytime soon. So definitely subscribe to the channel for more baseball, more football. Of course, football is just right around the corner. But yeah, no, I know both these teams are definitely going to be in the playoffs, so definitely subscribe. I'll be doing a lot of NL postseason. Why I say NL is because I've mostly done the NL team, so might as well keep that going for the playoffs. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, that's kind of my pitch. Hopefully that sounds good to you. Again, it's a sports channel. That's pretty much it. Due up here. Due up for the Dodgers will be Freeman, Hernandez, and Pages. As far as games that are happening now, the A's, they are leading the Angels 4-3 in the bottom of the 5th. The Giants and Rays are tied at 6 apiece in the middle of the 5th inning there. Pirates defeated the Cubs 3-2. Brewers over the Reds 10-8. Phillies over the Nationals 6-2. Blue Jays over the Rangers 6-5. Mariners over the Mets 11-9. Braves over the Indians 2-0. Red Sox over the Marlins 2-1. Orioles over the Astros 7-0. Tigers over the Twins 7-0. Royals over the White Sox 3-1. Yankees over the Cardinals 4-3, and the Rockies over the Diamondbacks 4-3. Freeman at the plate as we are returning to action here. Batting .300, OPS of .851, 14 homers and 66 RBIs. That is outside for ball 1. Freeman is 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. As Estrada sets, kicks, and deals. Checked his swing. That's in there for a called strike regardless. Freeman asking if that was a strike. He said, yes, sir. 1-1 count. Estrada sets and fires. That is in there for a called strike. 1-2 count. As Schultz looks on, chewing gum. Roberts not chewing gum. 1-2 count. Estrada sets and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Freddie Freeman, not batting over 300 anymore, at least for the moment. That'll bring up Teoscar Hernandez, batting .252. OPS of .742, 18 homers, and 71 RBIs on the season as Estrada sets, kicks, and deals. That's in the dirt. Ball gets away, but it doesn't seem to matter as it's a 1-0 count. Warming up in the Padres bullpen is Yuki Matsui, so we can expect to see him in the 8th inning. Dodgers, of course, again leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Estrada delivers. That's in there for a called strike. Teoscar Hernandez is 0 for 2 on the night. He struck out and grounded into a double play earlier as Estrada sets on the 1-1. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to center. Merrill at the wall. That one is gone. It is out of here. Teoscar Hernandez. His first hit of the night is a big one, a solo shot, his 19th home run of the season, as the Dodgers now lead 3-1 over the Padres. With the Dodgers now leading 3-1, that'll bring up Andy Pajes. He's batting .277, OPS of .775, 19 homers, and 69 RBIs on the season. As here is the pitch, that is outside for ball 1. 1-0 count to Andy Pajes. Again, the Dodgers just have extended their lead 3-1. Estrada sets, kicks, and deals. That is outside for ball 2. 2-0 count. Estrada sets, kicks, and fires. That is outside ball 3. Estrada just missing. Again, these pitches just missing by a few inches. 3-0. Estrada sets, kicks, and deals. Taking all the way, and that is right down the middle for a called strike. As it looks like Pajes is going to ask for time. Again, the Dodgers leading 3-1. A solo shot by Hernandez, extending the lead to 3-1. Here in the bottom of the 7th. How's it going, SGA? Thank you for stopping by. Got some Dodgers and Padres. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 90 on the slider. 3-2 count to Andy Pajes, the young center fielder. Here is the pitch. That is low for ball 4. Estrada can't believe it, but no, it was just below the zone. You better believe it, and looks like that may do it for Estrada. Estrada will finish with an inning pitched in a one and a third. Of course, one earned run. Of course, that was due to Teoscar Hernandez. So a pitching change underway here in Los Angeles. The Padres once again go to the pen, as it looks like it'll be Yuki Matsui here in the 7th, not the 8th inning. They'll be right back. I will be right here. Once again, folks, if you haven't done so already, press that like button. It looks like that. press that like button, and, of course, hit that subscribe button if you're a sports fan. Plenty of baseball, plenty of football on the channel. And, of course, I'll be doing some postseason baseball, NL postseason specifically. Because, again, I've been doing mostly NL teams pretty much all year. So that is my pitch to you. Hopefully that sounds good. And hopefully I'll see you guys in October. I know I'll see the teams. Hopefully I'll see you guys. Had a poll up earlier. I mean, it's still up now. I guess I can kind of end it. So 75% of you guys thought the Padres would win tonight. I guess that's still a possibility, but I would say the Dodgers currently in control and up. Good night, Trisk. I will leave the game on so I listen, fall asleep, need to wake up at 3:30. Oh, man, you be careful with whatever you're doing. I don't know why you'd be waking up that early. But again, happy birthday, Trisk. Thank you for everything. I appreciate you, as always. And I'll see you later. Again, Yuki Matsui will be the new pitcher for the Padres. 2-1 record, 4.80 ERA, whip of a 1.38. As he will look to face a pinch hitter, Alex Call. Looks like Alex Call would be pinch hitting for Conforto. He's batting .263, OPS of .733, homers and 26 RBIs. As Matsui sets and fires, that's going to be hit to right. Tatis is booking it, but that one is going foul. Cross country and in Arlington. Oh, wow. 0-1 counts. Yeah, this is Alex Call. Only batting .150 as a Dodger in 9 games. It's Matsui sets. Kicks and deals. That's going to be in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-1 count here to Alex Call. Again, a runner on first here in the bottom of the 7th. 1 out. Matsui sets. Kicks and deals. That's going to be in the dirt as it's ball 2. Doctor, you doing the preseason? No, I'm not doing any preseason this weekend. Unfortunately not. I will be doing the Steelers preseason game next Thursday, though. 2-1 count. Matsui sets and fires. Oh, my goodness. I felt the sneeze happening for like a minute, and I was just trying to withdraw. And I'm sorry, guys. 3-1 count. I knew it was coming. I was just trying to like compose myself. Like, no, you're not going to sneeze. You're going to hold it in. 3-1 count. Matsui rocks, sets. Kicks and deals. That's in there for a called strike right down the middle. I don't know what Call was doing there, but it was interesting. Yeah, no football this weekend. We'll be returning to football next weekend, where, of course, again, preseason on Thursday, and then the first college football games happening Saturday. 2 of them I'll be doing. Matsui rocks, sets. Still set. Kicks and deals. That's inside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks for the Dodgers. That'll bring up Alex Freeland. Freeland is batting .194, OPS of .535. No homers and 2 RBIs on the season. And it looks like Schilt is on the phone again. Not looking too happy. Padres have had to use a lot of relievers here. It looks like we're actually having a mound visit here. So bear with me, folks. Again, the Dodgers leading 3-1. Runners on first and second with one out. Dodgers, of course, at the plate. It looks like we might have a pinch hitter. I'm not too sure. No? No, it'll be Freeland. David Morgan is warming up in the Padres bullpen. Again, the Padres struck first today, but the Dodgers have scored 3 unanswered. And Alex Freeland coming to the plate again. He's pretty green, as can be. Only been playing for about two weeks or so, 2.5 weeks. Batting .194, OPS of .535. As Matsui rocks, sets. Looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That is inside for ball one. Matsui having to wipe off the sweat. As the count is 1-0. Matsui sets. Looks back at second. Kicks and fires. That's going to be fouled back as it's 1-1. Game's kind of slowed down the last few innings. Other than the home run, nothing really has happened in the past inning or so. Again, 2 runners on here in the bottom of the 7th. Just 1 out. Matsui will rock. Set. Looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That is inside for ball 2. 2-1 count. Again, the relievers of the Padres been asked to do a lot today, but really just now are they having trouble locating the zone. Matsui will once again set. Kicks and deals. That's in there for a called strike. So 2-2. Matsui, a guy that lets that pitch clock go pretty much all the way down. You can kind of feel that in how much time there is in between pitches. 2-2 count. Freeland did ask for time. As Matsui will rock. Set. Looks back at second. Looks back again. Kicks and deals. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Freeland can't believe it. But it did catch the zone. He struck him out. And that will bring up Miguel Rojas. Miguel Rojas is batting .246, OPS of .700, 6 homers and 14 RBIs on the season. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. Matsui delivers. That's going to be hit to left. That one is towering, but is a foul ball. Count is 0-1. Miguel Rojas, 1 for 2 on the night. Not a bad night at all. Ohtani, he is on deck. As Matsui sets. Looks back at second. Kicks and deals. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did. So very quickly, 0-2 to the number 9 hitter. Did not indeed hold up. They showed the replay there. Rojas saying, no, I didn't go. The replay says otherwise. 0-2 count. Matsui rocks. Sets. Kicks and fires. That's in the dirt. Handled well by Fermin, keeping it in front of him. Again, a 1-2 count. The game, again, has just slowed down, just taking its time. We're approaching the 2-hour mark, so the game really has flown by. I guess it's kind of balancing out here. 1-2 count, Matsui. Kicks and deals. Poked at, popped up. Arias trying to reach. No, that's going to hit the top of the dugout. That is a foul ball. Rojas just trying to stay alive. Extend the lead even more. Again, the Dodgers entered the inning up 2-1, but Hernandez with a solo shot to make it 3-1, and that was pretty much it for Estrada as Matsui sets on the 1-2. Looks back. Kicks and deals. That's inside. Both runners go, so the double steal was on. Pitch was inside. So now a base hit into the outfield would be really much a killer for the Padres. 2-2. Matsui. I don't know what just happened there, but I think Rojas kind of saved Matsui as the pitch clock was down to 1 second, but then Rojas stepped out. Steps back in as Matsui sets on the 2-2. Matsui kicks and deals. That's going to be chopped off the catcher's mask as we'll do this again. Rojas again just getting a piece of it pretty much the entire at-bat. Just been fighting, staying alive. Letting this build. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Matsui rocks, sets, and fires. Ground ball to short. Bogarts throws to first for out number 3. The Dodgers do get a run, though, as Hernandez again had a solo shot to center field. Dodgers leading the Padres 3-1 as we head to the top of the 8th. Once again, folks, if you haven't done so already, press that like button and, of course, hit that subscribe button for more play-by-play with Dr. DeLay. A lot of sports on the channel. This is what I do. Been doing it since opening day. Of course, it is a lot of Pirates. But as you can see, I do bounce around Major League Baseball. As, again, one can take so much losing. Only take so much losing. And, of course, I'll be doing the postseason, so definitely subscribe. I know Padres Dodgers will be there. And hopefully I will see you guys there as well. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, thankful for you guys even clicking on this live stream. I know there's a lot of options for these teams out there, so appreciate you guys. And hopefully you think I did a decent job. Again, appreciate you guys for just checking out the channel. Do it for the Padres will be Iglesias, Cronenworth, and Fermin. Dodgers have a new pitcher as Casparius will make way for Vesia. Alex Vesia. It's been pretty good this year. It's 2-2 record, 2.76 ERA, whip of a 1.02. And a pretty solid reliever. Both teams have very good bullpens. As he will face the bottom part of the order. As we're still in commercial break, of course. Again, the Dodgers leading 3-1. Iglesias is 0-for-1 with a walk. Batting .232. That is bright. You can probably see my face is now as bright as it will ever be. Oh, my goodness. Batting .232, OPS of .589, 1 homer, and 27 RBIs on the season. Yeah, if you like what you see, definitely hit that subscribe button. Yeah, thank you, Rhino, for stopping by. Hopefully your stream went well. No, there are some problems, I guess, with the scoreboard over there in the Canadian League. As Vesia will set, kicks, and deals. Checked his swing. It's in there for a called strike. Got a little piece of it, but it doesn't matter. Make sure everyone to check out Rising Rhino. If you like football, definitely subscribe to Rising Rhino. 0-1 count here. Vesia kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 count. Like number 17, Noyce. Thank you. Thank you very much. 0-2 count. Vesia sets and fires. Chopper, and that is going foul. They fixed it at halftime. Those crazy kids with those floppy heads. Well, that's good. I'm glad they fixed it. 0-2 count here to Jose Iglesias as Vesia sets and fires. That's going to be hit to the right, and that is going foul. 3-1 is your score. Of course, the Dodgers leading over the Padres. The game was going by really fast, but all of a sudden in the last 2 innings, it has slowed down so much. 0-2. Vesia kicks and deals. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. As it's 1-2. Vesia thought he got him. As Iglesias digs back in. Vesia sets and fires. That's going to be hit, and that is going to become a souvenir foul ball. Count is 1-2. Again, the Padres, they were up 1-0 earlier. Dodgers, of course, with 3 unanswered. Iglesias again 0 for 1 with the walk, and Iglesias will ask for time. Dodgers with the win today, they will tie the Padres with the NL West lead. Of course, again, there's plenty of baseball left, about 40 games left for everybody. Padres with the win, if they're able to come back, they'll go up 2 games, which again, there's still plenty of time. As here is the 1-2, that is way inside. Actually, it may have caught it. Yeah, it did. Oh, it hit him in the thigh. So Iglesias will take first base. It was 0-2. Again, he worked it to 2-2, but then got hit by a pitch just scraping the thigh, and that'll bring up Jake Cronenworth. He's batting .247, OPS of .750, 9 homers, and 43 RBIs. Again, Cronenworth 0 for 2 on the night. Runner on first, nobody out. Vesia rocks, sets, kicks, and deals. That is outside for ball 1. 94 on the fastball. 1-0 count. Runner on first, nobody out. Vesia sets, kicks, and deals. Oh, it's inside. It hit him. Back to back. Hit by pitches. Vesia not looking too great out of the bullpen. Hitting Iglesias on the thigh and then hitting Cronenworth on the elbow guard. So back-to-back hit by pitches, and that will bring up, well, actually, it's going to bring out Mark Pryor. He's going to have a little chat with him, the Dodgers pitching coach. But Freddie Fermin will be the batter. He's batting .271, OPS of .682, 4 homers and 17 RBIs. He is 1 for 2 on the day. It looks like the Dodgers are warming up Blake Trinan. I honestly couldn't tell you. It's Blake, guys. Blake. You can help me out a little bit later there with that. If he appears again, mound visit is ending there, the meeting of the minds. Again, runners on first and second with nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Padres, though, are threatening. As Freddie Fermin is finally digging in. Again, Iglesias taking his lead. Nobody out. Infield is playing in. Vesia sets and showing bunt. The bunt is down. Freeman's going to toss it to first as Rojas was covering the bag. So the bunt is successful, moving the runners to second and third. Holden pulling for the Dodgers. As that will bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. He gets a loud standing ovation. Of course, I'm kidding. He's getting booed. Batting .264, OPS of .800, 17 homers and 49 RBIs. Runners on second and third, 1 out. Vesia sets and fires. That is upstairs for ball 1. One and 0 count to Fernando Tatis Jr. Runners in scoring position. Vesia sets, kicks, and deals. chopper, and that is a foul. A 1-1 count. Tatis stepping in. And Tatis now with not a game to remember so far, 0 for 3 as Vesia sets. Kicks and fires. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. It looked like he did. I'm not going to lie to you. Kind of like with Ohtani earlier. Ohtani. And, same thing with Ohtani. Ohtani checked his swing earlier. He clearly went. And third base umpire said, no, he did not. Same thing here. He clearly went. First base umpire said he did not. That one is low for ball 3. As it's a 3-1 count to Tatis. Dave Roberts was pretty furious about the check swing call there. 3-1. Vesia rocks. Sets. Kicks and delivers. That's in there for a called strike. 3-2. Tatis was kind of making his way down to first, but again, that was well in the strike zone as looks like somebody asked for time. I'm assuming it was Tatis. Fastball, slider, fastball, slider, slider. That is the pitch sequence here to Tatis. As Vesia sets on the 3-2. Kicks and fires. That's low for ball 4. So the Padres getting on this inning. Hit by pitch, and a walk. Nobody has gotten a hit. As they're showing again the replay. But again, Ohtani had the same exact thing happen to him earlier. As that'll bring up Luis Arias, batting .288 OPS of 714, 6 homers, 45 RBIs. Taking all the way is Arias, as that's in the dirt, ball 1. This is a huge at-bat. 1-0 is the count. Bases loaded. Top of the 8th. 1 out. Vesia sets and fires. Taking all the way. That's outside, but it's called a strike. Arias shaking his head. He knows that was not a good call. But again, we've seen that really for both sides tonight. The umpire just has been all over the place. As it's a 1-1 count. Vesia sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit to left, and that is a foul ball. Arias is a pretty tough guy to strike out. I can try to see how many times he struck out this year. Only 15 times. I mean, that is amazing. That is amazing. 1-2. Vesia sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit to left. And that is going to be caught for out number 2. Iglesias charging home, and that's going to score a run. Sacrifice fly works for Arias. Again, that one was way out of the zone. That was at his eyes. Again, Arias not exactly the tallest guy in the world. So it's 3-2. That'll bring up Machado. Looks like we're going to see a pitching change. So Vesia is done. Late game for the delay. Want to do a 7 a.m.? Not tomorrow. I'm sorry. It would be nice. I would love to do it. Had I known prior, probably that would be kind of fun. And we do need to figure it out. I need to get this stream thing done. The restream. We gotta figure it out another time. We'll do it. We'll have to do it. We'll have to do like a little show before the show. For sure, Rising. Yeah. I like that idea. Again, we're in a pitching change here, so bear with us, folks. Again, the Dodgers leading 3-2. Padres, though, just now tacking on another run. The new pitcher for the Dodgers is going to be Blake. I believe it's Trinan. I could be wrong there. Or could be Trainin. I don't know. Whatever. 0-2 record, 4.26 ERA, WHIP of a 1.89. He has not been that great. I mean, the ERA is okay, but the WHIP. I mean, I don't know. That is pretty. That's not good. And in this situation, you don't need any hits or walks. Got to chat it up on Discord. I have some ideas to put together. Yeah, no, for sure. We gotta get together for sure. I'm assuming you'll be busy all day tomorrow. I have 2 games myself. I'll be doing a game at 1:30 Central and then a 5:40 Central time. I can't remember the specifics. It's around those games. So, yeah, so about 6 hours of streaming tomorrow. Again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely like and subscribe. Plenty of baseball on this channel. Plenty of baseball as we are working our way back to L.A. We're getting the Dodgers lead 3-2. I like how he just says Blake. He doesn't say the actual last name. I was looking for the last name here. All right, we're just going to call him Blake. Blake sets and fires. Machado pops it up. This would be huge. Betts calling it off, making the catch for out number 3. 1 pitch, 1 out. Stranding the runners as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Dodgers leading 3-2. 2 games tomorrow. You been trying? Not really. Yeah. No, it's been a while since I've done. Has it? Actually, I can't remember. I feel like I've done 2 games not too long ago. Yeah. Okay. The preseason, I did 2 games. Yeah. Again, folks, I do try to get a stream every day, so hopefully that sounds good to you. You want to see you do a 5 stream? I mean, that'll probably happen. I could see it happen. I could see it happen with football. With college football, I think that is possible. I don't know if I can use the announcer voice for the 5 stream, because that would murder my throat. So you'll hear more of a, like tonight. I'm not necessarily trying with the announcer. Like, I'm kind of using this a little bit. It's more of a nasally one. Doesn't require as much energy because I'm exhausted myself, but. It is what it is. But again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, I know these 2 teams have a lot of play-by-play guys. So I appreciate you guys giving me a shot. Again, I'm not exactly the most well-known YouTuber, but again, I have been doing this since opening day. So I haven't, it's not just a, hey, this guy just showed up out of nowhere. No, I've been here. Here's my proof. So appreciate you guys, of course, for stopping on by. Super thank you if you're able to press that like button. Kind of looks like that. If you can press that button, definitely do it. And, of course, subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play. Again, I'll be doing this for as long as I'm alive, really. I don't know about that, but I'll be doing it at least for the rest of this year as far as football and, of course, postseason. And the goal, of course, is to go as long as possible. And if I have success with this, well, then I'll keep on doing this for sure. So don't worry about that. But, again, appreciate you guys for stopping on by. And, again, I'll be doing postseason baseball. Hopefully, I see you guys there. Mason Miller is going to be pitching here for the Padres. 1-2 record, 3.71 ERA, WHIP of a 1.03. As he will face Ohtani. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. 4 streams are rough that last second half. Oh, I bet. Ohtani is 0 for 2 with a walk. Miller sets, kicks and deals way outside for ball 1. It's batting .283, OPS of 1018, 43 homers and 80 RBIs. Sum it up, got to get delayed to 500. Yeah, we're close. We are close. I don't want to know the exact amount. I'll look it up later. I'll see what happened. Here is the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. To the big, powerful left-handed DH. Or maybe he's not left-handed batter. as he throws with his right. 1-2 count. Miller sets, kicks, and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out 100 on the outside corner. That'll bring up Mookie Betts. So batting .243, OPS of .680, 12 home runs and 56 RBIs. He's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. Can you tell me how much subs? No, you cannot. I want to know at the end of the stream. As Miller delivers, that's going to be hit to right, and that is going foul. Oh, and 1 count to Mookie Betts. Again, not exactly a year to remember for Betts, but the Dodgers are, of course, in the playoff picture, as that's going to be a breaking ball outside for ball 1. Count is 1-1, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Dodgers leading 3-2. Miller sets, kicks, and deals. That is outside for ball 2. As it's 2-1. Miller doesn't like the sign. Now he does. Sets, kicks, and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Two and 2 counts. Miller rocks, sets, kicks, and deals. Ground ball to short. Throws to first. Oh, nice snag by Arias for out number 2. That'll bring up Will Smith. He's 0 for 3. He's batting .309, OPS of .932, 15 homers and 54 RBIs. College football blitz, or do you think the college football blitz is better? I would go with the. I don't know. What do you think? Here is the pitch. That is way inside ball 1. 1-0 count to the Fresh Prince of L.A., Will Smith. Miller sets on the 1-0. Kicks and deals. That's in there for a called strike. I think my voice is changing whether I like it or not. 1-1 counts. Miller sets, kicks, and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Breaking ball in the dirt. In fact, it hit the plate. Pulled the string there. 1-2. Padres trying to keep this 3-2. As Miller sets on the 1-2. Kicks and deals. That is inside for ball 2. 89-mile-per-hour breaking ball. Way inside. Miller sets and fires. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 102 miles per hour. He struck him out. All right. We head to the top of the 9th, where the Padres need a run to push this into the bottom of the 9th. The current score, of course, Dodgers leading 3-2 over the Padres. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely press that like button and subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. Pretty much, if you're a sports fan, this is the channel for you. So definitely subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for even clicking on this live stream. Definitely helps out this little channel. Of course, I'll still be here again, been doing this since opening day, and of course, I'll be doing some NL postseason, of course, the World Series as well. So if you are going to be in the playoffs, which I know both these teams will, definitely sub, because again, I'll be offering that once October is here. Of course, I mostly do Pirates, but I do bounce around Major League Baseball, as evidenced by tonight's game. Currently happening, the Rays and the Giants tied at 6 apiece in the bottom of the 7th. The A's leading the Angels 6-3 in the top of the 7th. Final scores from across Major League Baseball. The Pirates defeat the Cubs 3-2. Brewers over the Reds 10-8. Phillies over the Nationals 6-2. Blue Jays over the Rangers 6-5. Mariners over the Mets 11-9. Braves over the Indians 2-0. Red Sox over the Marlins 2-1. Orioles over the Astros 7-0. Tigers over the Twins 7-0. The Royals over the White Sox 3-1. Yankees over the Cardinals 4-3. And the Rockies, they defeated the Diamondbacks 4-3. Dr. DeLay rising to the top. Maybe. That'd be nice. Pitcher for the Dodgers to close things down in the 9th inning. This is your guy, Dodgers fans. Alexis Diaz. 1-0 record. 7.71 ERA, whip of a 1.43. He was acquired from the Reds, I'm assuming. Been a lot better as a Dodger. As due up for the Padres will be Bogarts, Merrill, and Laureano. Bogarts at the plate. Batting .266, OPS of .732, 10 homers, 43 RBIs. Diaz kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. 93 on the inside corner. Bogarts is 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a line out tonight. Diaz kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 is the count to Alexander Bogarts. Had him fooled with the breaking ball. Diaz grabbing the rosin. And I'm not too sure what's happening. There we go. He sets and fires. That is high for ball 1. 96 on the fastball. One and two count. Diaz delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Slider outside the zone. Bogarts couldn't lay off. There you can see it way outside. So that'll bring up Jackson Merrill. Merrill's batting .263, OPS of .738, 9 homers and 51 RBIs for the young center fielder. Diaz delivers. That's going to be fouled back as it's 0-1. Holden pulling for the Dodgers. Did a poll earlier, and 76% of the viewers picked the Padres to win. Here's the 0-1. That is way inside for ball 1. One and one counts. Nobody on here in the top of the ninth. Dodgers leading 3-2. Diaz kicks and deals. That's going to be hit, and that is a foul ball. So 1-2 is the count. The Dodgers with the win would tie the Padres for the NL West lead. Here is the 1-2. That's going to be a foul ball as it's once again 1-2. DB Cooper, thank you for calling Cleveland the Indians. They will always be known as the Indians. Hey, no problem. No problem at all. Yeah, I do. I call them the Cleveland Indians, and I call them the Washington Redskins. And I actually did some Indians games earlier. Here's the 1-2. Checked his swing. Did not go. It has been a while since I've done some Indians games. But yeah, I do have Chief Wahoo up there. There we go. You can probably see it there if you're able to look at your viewing device. Here's the 2-2. Popped up. And that is going to get out of play. And if I do, and the goal is, of course, to try to get every NFL team in. But, of course, again, that's going to be voted on by you guys. I didn't really get to mention that earlier. But, yeah, if I do a Commanders game, I'll make sure to have the Redskins logo on the thumbnail. So, that is the goal. 2-2 count as Diaz sets, kicks, and fires. That is outside ball 3, so Merrill working it to a full count. as the count is full to the young center fielder. Diaz kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to left. And once again, a foul ball. A nice little battle here by Diaz and Merrill. Merrill trying to keep the Padres in it. Definitely need to get on to help the chances here as Diaz will set and delivers the ninth pitch of the at-bat. Merrill hits this to right center, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Quickly there, throws to second, and that was a very good play by the center fielder. That was a defensive substitution. Not too sure who that was, but Justin Dean, I mean, that was fast. He kept Merrill from going to second. Merrill's pretty speedy as well. And Dean was playing left center, and he hustled, got there in a hurry. Nice. Yeah, that was just a great play by Dean there. That'll bring up Ramon Laureano. Here is the pitch. That is inside, but it's called a strike. Laureano shaking his head. He's 1 for 3 on the night with, of course, a home run in the second inning, batting .296, OPS of .909, 18 homers and 57 RBIs. Diaz sets, kicks and deals. That's going to be a ground ball, and that is a foul ball, as it's 0-2. Diaz and the umpire sharing a moment there. Wasn't a bad moment by any means. 0-2 count. Laureano facing an 0-2 as Diaz sets, kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right, and that is a foul ball. I don't know why I said 0-2 twice. You just have to, again, not a professional by any means. I try, though. Again, a runner on first. 1 out here in the top of the ninth. Dodgers leading 3-2 as Diaz sets, kicks and fires. That is outside for ball 1. Ryan O'Hearn is in the on-deck circle for the Padres as Diaz sets, kicks and deals. Way inside, ball 2. Almost hit him. And looks like the Dodgers are going to start warming up Jack Dreyer just in case. Diaz continues to struggle. 2-2 count. Diaz sets, kicks and deals. That's going to be popped up, and once again a foul ball. As this at-bat is just going to continue. Merrill, he worked it, I believe it was 9 pitches in his at-bat. I'm not too sure how long this has gone, but Laureano, again, just trying to stay alive here, giving the Padres a chance. As Diaz sets, a pickoff attempt. Merrill is back safe and sound. Diaz sets on the 2-2, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A breaking ball. Had him fooled. He was way out in front. And again, we will have a pinch hitter. This is Ryan O'Hearn, the former Oriole. And it looks like we're going to see Jack Dreyer. So Jack Dreyer is going to be out, replacing Diaz. So no more Diaz with 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. They're going to the pen. So bear with me, folks. Once again, if you like what you see, and that's why Rhino's probably saying, oh no, this guy promoting. Well, if you like what you see, folks, if you're a sports fan, definitely press that like button and subscribe to the channel again for plenty of play-by-play here with Dr. Delay. Again, I've been doing baseball since opening day. Of course, football is just right around the corner, where, again, you guys will be voting on NFL games I do. 1 poll every single week. I'll be doing, of course, every Steelers game. You can probably guess that. I mean, that's pretty obvious. But after that game, I'll be calling a game that was voted on by the subscribers of the channel. So if that sounds good to you, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play. And, of course, these two teams will be in the playoffs. I mean, very certain of that. And I'll be doing the postseason, NL postseason specifically, and, of course, some of the World Series games as well. So definitely subscribe if you're a sports fan. I mean, it's just a common sense thing, you know. You should definitely do it. And again, thank you guys for even clicking on this live stream. I know there's a lot of competition with the Padres and Dodgers. They have a lot of play-by-play guys. So appreciate you guys giving this Pirates guy a shot. As again, it's a mound visit, a pitching change as Jack Dreyer will be responsible. We're trying to get Ryan O'Hearn out. As this is the statistics for Jack Dreyer. He's 2-2. 2.90 ERA, whip of a 1.08. As this is Ryan O'Hearn. He may be the last down or may be a hero. I don't know. He's batting .275, OPS of .824, 14 homers, 47 RBIs as we are returning to action in L.A., where again the Dodgers lead 3-2 with 2 outs and a runner on first. As O'Hearn is stepping up to the plate. Dreyer sets, lefty on lefty. Here is the pitch. That's in the dirt, handled well by Smith for ball 1. 1-0 counts. Dreyer and O'Hearn have yet to play in this game until that at-bat. Both of them newbies in this one. 1-0 count. Dreyer sets, kicks, and deals. That's in there for a called strike. Breaking ball on the inside corner. Everyone subscribe for delay. Hey, that's a good idea. 1-1 counts. Dreyer sets on the 1-1. Kicks and deals. O'Hearn hits this to center. Dean under it and makes the catch. For out number 3, Dreyer does what he needs to do, getting the final out. The Dodgers win 3-2, and they tie it up in the NL West with the Padres, both teams at 69 and 53. Not much offense in this one, though. You did have some home runs. The Padres, of course, had Laureano in the second inning. He was off Kershaw, and, of course, Hernandez had one in the 7th. So that was it was an okay game. Not too shabby. Did have some hit by pitches, but of course, nothing that resulted in everyone fighting, which was what everyone kind of wanted, honestly. But that's probably going to do it for me. Again, thank you guys so much. If you enjoyed it, if you think I did an okay job, if you're a sports fan in general, definitely leave a like and hit that subscribe button. Again, been doing this since opening day. You can look at the live streams that I've done as proof. I'm not a liar. I'm not just a one guy. Oh yeah, just did this for one time and that's it. No. Been doing this for a while, and no plans on stopping again. We'll be doing some postseason baseball, so hopefully I'll see you guys there. Again, plenty of that, and I know both these teams will be there. Would be pretty cool if they played each other as well, so that'd be awesome. And, of course, again, if you're a football fan, definitely subscribe. If you're just a sports fan, definitely subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Let's see here. Yep, I knew it. This was inevitable. Those who know, seen this before, Padres catch up to the Dodgers just to have the door slammed in their face. That seems to happen a little more than the other way around. It's over, Rock. Let's go. I knew the Dodgers would come back and win. Yeah, no, again, the Padres up 1-0, but, of course, the Dodgers taking the lead there. Thank you, Holden, of course. I try. 1 down, 5 to go for the double sweep to seal the division. That would be huge. That would be huge. But, again, if you guys want to chat, that's fine. But, if not, I will probably head out in a minute. Again, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Again, don't forget to leave a like on your way out. And feel free to subscribe. Again, this is not the end for me. I'll still keep on doing this and doing this and doing this, of course, for baseball, football. And if you just need another sport, I'll throw in college basketball. Why not? We'll do that as soon as football is done. because I've already done college basketball. It was pretty fun. But again, thank you, Steve, for stopping by. Again, Holden, Rising Rhino, appreciate you guys. Ultimate Sports, Hammer, Butterfly. I know there were some issues there. Hopefully that is resolved in the near future. But all right, again, thank you very much. I will catch you guys later. Again, congratulations to the Dodgers getting back into first place, winning 3-2 over the Padres. Of course, they will continue the series. I will not be continuing the series as I will be returning to Pittsburgh. But again, I'm sure I'll see you guys in the postseason. Plenty of baseball. I know the Pirates won't be there, so I got to cover some people. I'll be covering the entire, or as many NL postseason games as possible. But all right, you guys all have a great rest of your night. I will catch you guys next time right here on Dr. Lay. Make sure, again, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're a sports fan. Just do it. Just subscribe if you love sports. I'll see you next time. Have a good night.